Hey, this is Russ. Have you ever changed a flat? Yeah, I had that question asked of me before, many times. And the answer is yes, I've changed flat tires on the bikes before. Have I ever had a flat while I was riding? And the answer is no. I have never had a flat while I was riding the bike. Luckily, let's hope it stays that way. But I did have to change a flat once, and that was because I put some slime into a brand new tire and inner tube on my Rad Rover 5 when I first bought my bike. And yeah, what happened was I deflated the tire, put in some slime. Slime is the stuff that you put into the inner tubes so that if you ever get a flat, the expelling air would essentially push this slime stuff into the hole and seal it, okay? So I put the slime in there. You have to deflate the tire, and then you unscrew the valve, and you pour in X amount of ounces of slime. So then I pumped it back up, and then I went to the back tire and started working on the back tire. Well, after, I don't know how long, a minute or two, the front tire blew up. Yeah, it sounded like a firecracker going off. So what had happened was when the tire was down on the ground, after I deflated it to put the slime in there, when I pumped it back up, it created a pinch flat. And I'll show you a picture of the explosion and what it looked like on the inner tube. Yeah, you cannot patch this. This is really demolished. So you have to put a new tube in there. So I have put in other inner tubes in the front tire. I have changed out my rear tires, so I know exactly how to do it. So it's not something I can't do. I know how to do it. But have I done it in the field? And the answer is no. So we're going to talk a little bit about things that you need to bring with you when you're riding, because you might one day develop a flat from, let's say you have goat heads. You know what a goat head is? I'll put a picture up here. Those things will give you a flat. There's no doubt, all right? If you run over one of those, you're going to get a flat. So you need to carry either a spare inner tube, and for 26-inch by 4-inch fat tires, that's a big inner tube, or you need to carry a patch kit. Okay, let me show you some things here. This is a patch kit that I have. This one's made by Park Tools, and let's open this up. I just have it rubber band here. So inside here, so here's what they give you. Some glue, okay, some bonding glue. The patches themselves, so if you ever have a flat, you patch it. But before you do the patch, you need to scuff up the inner tube a little bit, because anything that's shiny or take everything apart here. Anything that's shiny or slippery, they give you some sandpaper. So you kind of scuff up the area, and then you put on one of these patches, okay? And then, you glue it, all right? You glue it. So it's not a difficult thing. They give you patches, they give you glue, they give you a sandpaper. So I carry this little kit with me whenever I'm going anywhere. It's a small little thing, but kind of important, all right? Let's put a little rubber band around it so we don't lose all the stuff again. And what else do I carry? All right, here's what else I carry. Tire levers. Okay, this is green, so it's the green screen's not going to pick it up. Let me see if I can put it. Actually, I can't even show this to you. It's green. The green screen will actually eliminate it, so you can't see it. I don't have any other ones. They're made out of green, so I can't show it. I'll put a picture of another brand that I recommend. I have those as well, but I didn't realize that this was green. You need tire levers because you need to be able to remove the tire from the rim. You don't want to put your finger in there to do this, okay? You'll rip your finger apart. Buy some tire levers. You need at least 3. I find that a lot of times you need at least 3 to kind of hold things in place while you move it around. And then once the bead is out of the rim, you can then continue going forward. And it's easier to remove the fat tire, in my opinion, the fat tire rim, than it is to do like a thin tire, like the commuter bike, the Magicycle commuter bike. I had to change I had a bad valve in that one. It was press the valve, and I had to change out the inner tube in order to do that. Trying to put your finger in that would rip your finger apart. So you definitely need to get some tire levers. I can't believe it. It's green. You'll never be able to see this thing. It's green against green. You'll never see it. what else do you need to get? Well, if you're going to change out like a rear tire, you're going to need an 18 millimeter wrench. Okay. So the reason I get a dedicated wrench like this is because of the circular one. It's a lot easier to remove the tire right at the hub. You're going to have to take it off. You've got a motor there, right? And you're going to have to remove all this stuff, disconnect everything, and then you need the actual wrench to get the tire off, okay? So typically it's an 18 millimeter wrench that you need. All right. Carry some of these things too. If you don't have one of these, this is a hex driver, right? This one's made by Park Tools, but again, Klein Tools, a couple other companies have them for less than the Park Tool ones, but I like the Park Tool ones. They're built very well. And if you don't carry that, carry one of these. Have you seen these things before? Okay. Multiple hex drivers, and there's screwdrivers in here. There's other goodies. There's even little wrench things in here. I mean, this is a multi-tool, has a little of everything, okay? If you don't have the dedicated ones, at least carry one of these multi-tools. Bring that with you. You're going to need that. And finally, get one of these. I've mentioned this multiple times. Let me turn this on. This is an air compressor. This one's made by a company called Veep or VAP or VAP. Nobody knows how to pronounce it. And all it is it's a compressor, okay? So I put in 20 pounds of pressure in my fat tires. I have another bike that just came in. It's a 3-inch fat tire, needs 25 pounds at least. And then on the commuter bike, I put in 50 pounds of pressure on that thin 1.25 inches by 27 inch, something like that, fat tire. So this one you can pump. Yeah, I mean you can pump up a car tire if you wanted to as well. So get one of these, because if you want to hand pump it, if you carry a portable hand pump, it's going to take you a long time. You're outside, you're hot, you're dealing with this tire. You don't need more pressure, not air pressure, more pressure to you to have to hand pump something. Get an air compressor. These things are not that expensive. This was under $50. I think it's somewhere between $40 and $50. Highly recommended, and I have affiliate links in the description of the videos. And as you know, we do have the affiliate link now on the russisright.blogspot.com. All right, that website, and that's also listed in the description. So get one of these. I'm not kidding. I know a lot of you guys have ordered these before through the affiliate link. Thank you for doing that. But if you haven't done so, get one. I'm not kidding. This is probably the biggest thing you have to have. Your tires will lose air over time. I usually check my air pressure at least once every 2 or 3 rides on that bike, just to make sure, the second or third time when I take the bike out, just to make sure my tire pressure is up there. And usually the tire pressure will drop from 20 pounds to like 18.5, sometimes 18 pounds. So I always top it off with one of these. So I don't want to sit there and pump it. This is easier. It's well worth it. And what I have here is, this is an adapter for the Presta valves, okay? Otherwise, you have the Schrader valve, and then they actually give you a Presta valve adapter. I think the one they give you is black. This one is another one that I have. This one's just a gold color one. I put this one on because then I can see it faster, right? But they give you all the adapter stuff that you need. So whether you have a Presta valve or a Schrader valve, it'll take care of it for you, okay? So yeah, definitely get the proper tools and bring it with you, because you're going to need it if you have a flat. Now, one thing that I did notice that some people said is that, oh, well, if I get a flat, I'll just call an Uber or Lyft. They can't transport your e-bike. They may be able to transport you, but what are you going to do with your e-bike? They don't have an e-bike rack with them. And some of our e-bikes, as you know, are pretty heavy. Unless you have a folding bike, and if their folding bike happens to fit inside an SUV, if they pick you up with an SUV, you see what I'm saying? Now, others have said, I'll just call my wife or something like that, and then they'll pick me up, I'll be fine. Well, let's say you're in a forest preserve, okay, and you've ridden a mile into the forest preserve. Your wife can't get you. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. She can't drive the car a mile into the forest preserve. You see what I'm saying? you're going to have to fix that flat. And if you don't fix the flat, then you're going to have to push that car at least a mile, or that bike at least a mile to get to her car. All right. This is why I tell people you need to learn how to fix a flat. Now, you might be saying, why aren't you showing us how to fix a flat? Well, I don't have a flat right now. And there's plenty of videos out there on the internet about how to change a bicycle's flat tire. The only thing you need to remember is if you have to deal with the rear tire, you do have a motor. If you have a hub motor, you do have a motor to have to deal with too. So you have to unplug that, and then you have to move the chain out of the way, all this type of stuff. It's really not that hard. People make it out to be hard, but it isn't. All you have to do is unplug that cable, and then move the chain, okay? And then you will need the wrench. Like I said, you're going to need these 18 millimeter wrenches in order to actually take the rear tire off. A lot of people say, well, my tires have quick release. That's usually just the front tire, not the rear, okay? You're going to get yourself a wrench. So get a dedicated wrench. Don't get a crescent wrench or something. You want something easy that you can use, and it's the circular part that makes it easier, okay? You want to use that part of it. Then it's easy to take off. So carry the right tools with you makes the job a lot easier. All right, that's all I wanted to say today. Hopefully this has helped some of you. Just go and look up a couple of YouTube videos. Just look up something like how to change a flat tire on a bicycle. Okay, plenty of videos out there. I'm not going to do one for you, but it's not that hard. People think it is, but it really isn't. Okay. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say today. Hopefully you've learned something. If it's been helpful for you, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time.